Hey guys, welcome to another Game Tech Super Show video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing and giving you guys a tutorial of VSDC free video editor. Now this isn't like a sponsored video or anything. They didn't contact me to do this review, so it's going to be completely unbiased. But being unbiased, I still have to admit this is one of the best free video editors I have ever used. Ever. So the first thing that happens after you download it and open it up is you come up with this screen, and you can open your project, but since you probably don't have one already, go ahead and open and make a new project. You can title it whatever you want to. I'm just going to say demonstration. You can choose between a wide variety of resolutions. Obviously 16 by 9, 1080p is the way to go. Frames per second. This was also a very good feature, because YouTube is now going to be supporting 60 frames per second, but I'm going to keep it at 30 just for now. You can go ahead and do import videos and images. This is usually what I do, and click finish. This takes you to this screen here. This sequence wizard is pretty much where you can add all your media files. So you can click on it, and you come up with this. Now, here you can go into your folders where you have all your media, and start adding everything. For example, I'm going to start adding every single thing I have, just put it there, and add the files to the project. Now these can be images, audio files, video files, it can pretty much be anything. And you can just drag and drop transitions to these, between these media files. For example, I can fade out each one, and that is pretty much like a template. Then I can just apply those settings. It gets into the actual UI here. And if this is being a very good, high quality one, comes with a bit of a sacrifice, then it's also very hard to use. So something you definitely need to know when you're using this is there's a huge learning curve. It's very similar to Sony Vegas, if you've used that before, and you can do all sorts of things. You can do picture-in-picture, you can just completely shrink it down, you can do lots of cool things with it, and you can add things between. And so here's a little demonstration. So this is my sprite, which is pretty much everything together. This is a sprite is another way of saying like a movie here. So this is pretty much everything. Now there's no way to actually play it, but unless you click on the preview button, obviously, and it previews the whole movie here. But this is pretty much your sprite. So this is pretty much the movie you have right now, your project as of right now. And you can do different things with it. For example, I can add an image to a PIP, so picture in picture. So I can add something on top of this movie throughout the whole thing. For example, I can add my logo from cursor position, and I can decide how big I want it. Let's say I want it right here. I can add it there, and as you can see now, that logo is there throughout the entire movie I had just made. I have made a picture-in-picture of a logo, and this is pretty much what you can do with those $300 ones and $300 video editors like Camtasia, and it's actually quite easy. You can move it around, you can change it, you can put it anywhere you want to, you can just delete it. You can delete it, as simple as that. You can do the same thing with text. Now this is pretty widely available, and it's way harder to edit small things like text and stuff than it is on, let's say, Windows Movie Maker. You have to right-click, click on Properties, and here you get to change everything. So you can change the duration here. You can actually type in your text, for example, demonstration. You can change the font. There's a wide variety of fonts and sizes. So I can do this thingy. I can do all sorts of types, change the size to, I don't know, 80, and make it absolutely ginormous if I want to. Now, there is a lot of flexibility here, but it is quite hard to use. And as you can see right there, it's puny, but it's very hard to use. But once you get used to it, it's actually a very functional product. I can also change the text color here, as you can see. I can do background stuff. I can change the background color to purple. And so as you can see here, I can really do everything you can do with a full-featured video editor in this. It's a little harder, it's a little bit more complicated, but it works. And this is really the beauty of this thing. It's completely free. There's no like trial period or anything. And it pretty much does everything you can want it to do. And it's really quite nice. Now, you can do the same thing with a picture. You can do the same thing with music, text bubbles. You can just add a plain sprite that has absolutely nothing in it. And you can do really anything you want to do within this thing. And now let's say you want to compare two images, you can do that as well by adding that and adding, let's say, the new template for my outro on, let's say, just mirror that, and you can just move it over and then extend. So this is really, really just amazingly functional, amazingly flexible. There is a learning curve. Once you get over that learning curve, this is just one of the best video editors I've ever seen, especially considering it's free. I mean, I don't know anything that competes with this that's even close to being free. So this is truly a nice thing. Now let's say I'm just going to do a new project here, whoops, so that I can start over. And let's say I want to, publish it, because I have to do that, right? So to publish it, I'm just going to wait for this. I can just apply this again. And in this sprite, you can, as you can see, by clicking on this double clicking on the sprite, you can edit how long you want each image and each media file to last. For example, I can overlap this into this video and then change it. I can make this really, really short. I can make this really long. And so on. It's really detailed. And if I really want to, I can completely overlap this. Like so. And as you can see, you can do a wide variety of things. There's a lot I haven't even learned. But let's say you want to, you can do video effects too. You can do stuff like that. It's at the end of the day, this is quite amazing. But you have to have an image. You have to have an actual image so you can actually do stuff like this. There's blurring, filters, the transformation, the special. I don't even know. This is how amazing this is. Like, I honestly don't even know what this stuff is. Like, I don't even know what this water thing is doing. But it looks cool, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. But let's say this is your project. You want to, obviously, you want to publish it. It's, again, a little bit harder than you'd think. But all you have to do is go into Projects, click on Export Project. This comes up with this page, and here, again, you have a wide functionality, which, as a downside, makes it very, very complicated. You can do some last-minute editing, cutting, and I go into formats usually: PC, AVI, Windows Media format, because those are the most popular ones. But you can really do any of these. And once you've done this, you can take a look at your information, for example, your frame rate, your resolution, your high quality. I would just leave this at high quality because you already selected 1080p. You can re-aspect the image, but I don't really touch those things. And once you've done this, you can just go ahead and convert your files. And it converts it. As you can see right now, it is making my file. It is rendering the video. It gives me a preview here if I want to. And if it's a really big file and it's really late at night, you just shut down the PC when you're done. I'm going to stop this conversion. But that's pretty much it for what I have to show you guys here. You can also save your project and stuff. You can do a lot of cool things. Like you can cut things. Pretty much everything you can do in a basic video editor times a million, you can do on here. It's really detailed. I'll have a link to download this in the description below. It's made by VSDC and it's completely free. That's in the title. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe for more videos. You can also check out my previous video. Fun fact, this outro was actually made in this video editor. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thanks.